Hello and welcome to episode 133 of my Wurm Unlimited tutorial series. This episode will be on making a trash heap. Yes, I know it's about time, and I know my area around the forge could be classed as another type of trash heap. The main purpose of the trash heap, however, is to dispose of items quickly, or simply to discard items that you no longer want. And as luck would have it, over the last year I've sort of been throwing things on the ground, as you know. So I've got a few items in here where I can test the trash heap, items I can test it out with. So let's get down to business, and first here are some notes on the trash heap. Excuse me. The trash heap must be, when you put items in the trash heap, okay, there are certain items which will not rot. They are gems, locks and original keys, to name a few. They're just the few that I can get off the wiki. No doubt there are other items out there which cannot rot, but I shall demonstrate with one of them. So that's the first thing. Whole planks will not fit in a trash heap. Again, we'll give that a test. The trash heap holds up to 100 items, just like your bulk storage bins and your food storage bins. Damaged items placed in the heap will decay within an hour, so be aware of that, very quick. Undamaged items will receive 0.10 damage in the first hour, then decay completely in the second hour. Note that the decay is instantaneous. You cannot use the trash heap to deliberately damage items and remove them before they are destroyed. Fluids in containers do not get decay damage at all, but are gone when the container is lost. So if you place a barrel of water in the trash heap, the barrel itself will rot and eventually go, and then so will a liquid that was in the barrel. Regardless of whatever type of liquid it was, you'll lose it. So heed them words. When creating, the last plank added determines the wood type. Well, I should imagine you all appreciate that fact by now. Now, if this is an area off deed, then it would pay to use a wood which rots slowly. My normal favourite wood is cedar wood, as you all well know by now. But when the new update pushes across from Wurm Online, where items no longer rot on deed, the wood type on your deeds will not matter. So there you go, you can use whatever wood is most abundant. The skill used to make a trash heap is carpentry, and the total materials needed in order to make a trash heap are 11 planks, 1 ribbon and 2 small nails. Right, let's make one and test it out. Now, in my area of trash, I'm thinking that over here is a good spot for a trash heap because it's near my forge. Everything revolves around my forge and the mine, because metal is used in so many things. Well, look at this trash heap. This needs nails and a ribbon, just to example that fact that everything revolves really around your mine. Well, for me it does anyway. For you it might be different. Okay, let's open up my pocket and take a look. So as you can see, I've got 2 small iron nails, 11 planks and an iron ribbon. Okay, now the normal way with creating most of these items that you've seen is, I'll show you old school first of all. So you activate your iron ribbon, right click on a plank, go to create, storage, and right at the top, very simple to make, as you can see, it's the easiest in this list, is the trash heap. Let's just make sure that I put it in the right place. I don't want it blocking my mine entrance. Okay, so let's do that. And there we go, we've got the starting foundation to the trash heap. Now what I'm going to do is use the recipe window to continue and finish the trash heap. So we right click, add to the crafting window, and you can see we need 10 planks, 2 small nails. Let's do the nails first. I always have the habit of using the metal items first, because you know with wooden items it's the last item you add denotes the wood type. So I have the habit of always using other materials other than wood before I use the last one for wood. So let's whack that up and continue. If I bring up my skills window, you'll see the carpentry has been going up whilst doing this. I know why I got the shipbuilding. That's another story. But let's put this over here, out the way. It'll help if I click the right place. Okay, so carpentry is what we're getting the skill. And you can see I'm doing quite well with my carpentry now. Okay, so that's the nails done. Let's drop the planks in and get them done. Okay, so let's step back and take a look at this marvellous trash heap. I still think I prefer my trash heap, but never mind. So there you go, it looks just like a trash heap. Looks a bit messy and it's hanging over the edge, but you know what, I can live with that. As long as I can access it from near my forge, I'm happy. So that's what you do. To use it, you right click on it and click open. Okay, let's now take a look then at its usage. So the trash heap. Like I say, luckily I've got my other pile of items over here, pile of trash, which I've accumulated over the months. I have gone through and repaired some of it so I can demonstrate the damage. Excuse me, sorry, my throat seems to be playing up. Okay, so let's drop in. Now you'll all should have by now loads of your starting tools, and if you're in a settlement, you and others will all have your starting tools that are piling up somewhere. They're not really needed or necessary because you can't improve them. If you're playing Wurm online, then these still hold a key role to playing, because the starting tools are good for skilling up, because they with some skills, as you're doing whether you're digging, mining or something, the longer it takes to do the actual action, the more skill gain you get. So therefore using your starter tools will give you slow progress, so therefore give you more skill gain with certain things you can do. But for us in Wurm Unlimited, the skills are quick, so we don't really need the starting tools. So this one that's got 55 damage, let's drop it in the trash heap. There you go. Now remember, the first hour it takes 0.10 damage, but because this has damage already, this will disappear within this first hour. Okay, so let's drop in this saw, which very nearly has disintegrated, but it'll be gone. Let's drop this rake in, and this hatchet, and this pickaxe. There you go, look, we're tidying the place up. Now, as I mentioned previously, whole planks do not fit into the trash heap. But we're not going to take my word for it, or the wiki, the wonderful Wurm Wikipedia. What we'll do is we will try. So let's drag and drop, and as you can see, the whole plank will not fit in the trash heap. So you can always use that for fuel for your forge, or your oven, or your furnace, or anything else which you can fuel with wood. Okay, next, the opal. Let's drop an opal in. Okay, now an opal is a gem, and as I mentioned previously, gems do not rot. Therefore, they will never get that 0.10 damage, therefore they will never be removed. They'll always be in your trash heap, so there's no point in putting them in there. Now, the irony with gems, when I was playing Wurm online, okay, they didn't rot. So it made logical sense that you could drop a pile of 100 of them on the ground and not fear about them rotting away and you losing them. So for gems, you could store them anywhere you like. But the irony, as I say, is if you drop a pile of gems on the ground, with Wurm Online, when I used to play, you can be sure the next time you log in, miraculously, that pile of gems will be gone. Because people just love finding gems and they will always pick them up. So dropping gems in a pile of items does have the same effect as the trash heap, because people will always grab them. And when me and Rainstorm's deeds were raided by people, they would always go for our gems. So there we have it, that's the gems. Right, okay, so there is the trash heap, another useful addition to my massive trash heap. It sort of complements my mess, if you like, but I do now have a quick way of getting rid of items which I don't want anymore. The trouble is I'll probably end up putting an item in there which I do want by mistake, and it will be gone forever. And there we are. So not a particularly long episode, but in the effort to index all the items within Wurm, or at least most of them, I thought I would show this. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.